Good morning everyone, it's another day, Biroga here from Panama City. Today we're gonna see probably the most time-saving and money-saving structure in the world. It's unique, there's only one of it. It's time to go see the Panama Canal. There's a couple of ways to see the Panama Canal. The first one very obvious, we already saw it from Saruancon, from above. There's also a bridge connecting the city center of Panama with Panama West. But the closest way, and also to learn the most about it, is at the visitor center really of Miraflores. Here you're supposed to be able to take a tour, learn everything about it. Enough to see, enough to do, let's go. The only thing is that the Miraflores is actually quite far from the city center, and it's about 13 kilometers, which in Uber would be about a 16-minute ride. Now I don't want to spend money on that, so I'm taking public transport. We're back at the metro. And the metro ride to Albrook is complete. Apart from metro, you also have buses here. Either the city buses come from here and the intercity buses. So by the time we're about to leave Panama City, we would also have to get here and get on the bus. Alright, and we have arrived at Miraflores, the visitor center of the Panama Canal. We've been dropped off at the front door. There's a line, there's no one here, so let's enter and see what's in there. So I went inside, where it was very busy, and got my tickets. Yes, two. You need one ticket for the visiting and one for the movie. Then I collected my glasses, I got in line and was ready to get the movie started. The movie was very interesting. Here's some footage. It's a bit blurry because it's in IMAX, and part of IMAX is 3D. The movie is narrated by no one less than Morgan Freeman, who has a really relaxing voice to listen to.
Man-made wonders, but most benefit the people of only one.
And the story is very interesting. I couldn't capture it as good since it's just blurry without the glasses, but it was a really great time. After that I sat down and had some lunch. Good afternoon still from the Miraflores Visiting Center. It is very busy here, and it's why I couldn't really film before. It was too busy. It's still busy. I hope you can even properly hear this. I just finished the IMAX movie. It's incredible. It talks about the story all the way from when the Spanish arrived and figured out that Panama was the thinnest part of all of the Americas. The French were trying to cut away through the forest, but they didn't yet know what malaria was, yellow fever was, and more than 20,000 people died. Then the Americans came in, used the water instead of trying to fight it. Now we're 114 years later, and now over 100 million tons of goods are transported through this canal. So that's the movie in short. It was really impressive to see. It's IMAX, so you have the glasses, and at one point the malaria mosquitoes are in your face because, you know, 3D. It's now 12:15. Ships will start actually passing through the canal around 2 p.m. So that's really exciting to see. So I just finished my lunch, gonna have a drink, go see the visitor center, see what that's about, and we'll be in time to see ships. I've made it to the visitor center of the Panama Canal, and I thought it was some sort of museum, but that's in the city center. Here there's a hallway with some information telling us it's 80 kilometers from ocean to ocean. There's a whole map where the layout of the canal is showed, and out there is where you can sit and watch the ships. For people who are into statistics and numbers, this is a very impressive one.
The audio got a bit mixed up, but I'm saying that 3% of all global maritime ships pass here through the Panama Canal.
Which is very impressive. I don't think I'm really grasping how big these ships are gonna be. Here you have a maquette, like a made recreation of it. Every single little one that you see, every single one of these is one truck size. Look at this. I guess I'm gonna wait outside until these ships come, because I'm gonna want to see that. It's also fun to see how maritime trade developed ever since when it was started in 1914. The first ship that passed through had this much space, and it doesn't look like a lot, but let's say that's a couple meters. I don't exactly know, and it doesn't really matter for the point I'm trying to make, because if you look at now, the ships that passed through in 2016, they had, and they told this in the movie, 30 centimeters of space on each side. Like, they actually had to make an expansion of the canal because trade ships just get bigger and bigger and bigger all the time. They actually have to use little trains and little boats to carry the ship through the canal. Quite some time has passed. It is now 2 p.m. and a boat is finally arriving. It will be coming from that side, where it's the north, so that's the Caribbean Ocean. It will pass through here. The little railway that you see is for the carts that are helping the boat pass through. Way behind is where the bigger ships pass. That's where the new upgrade was done when what we saw in the visitor center. Ships started to get bigger and they needed more space, but you can't just dig here, dig more. It will take about 20 minutes for it to get here, but we have our spot. People are waiting everywhere. Watch this. So this is about the best we can do. I'm really excited. This ship's supposed to be huge. They said something like 16, 26, I don't know, meters. Enormous. That's what I know. The first boats of the afternoon are arriving. As you can see, not all of them are big. These are just small. So small that walking dudes can help them pass. They have more than enough space. All the way in the back. Let's see if we can find that. That is the roof of the big ship that's about to pass. But first there's a few small ones. It's kind of like the artists you have to sit through before the main concert starts. That's what it feels like. These boats are all lining up, ready to continue their passage onto the Pacific Ocean, but the height in water is not even, so without water problems, it's all great construction and gravity of water. Them boats have to wait here for this water to sink, then those gates will open and they can continue. And the big boys arriving. As you can see to the sides, they're attaching the little carts, and they have them on this side too. You can see it will go down here, but it will take a while for him to get here. He's really slow, as you can see. He has no space. So we just keep waiting until it gets closer. Just now there was a bigger ship passing through the expanded canal, and this looks massive. It's not a container ship, but it's incredible. And it has arrived. It's finally here. Look at it. 16. We're gonna stick with 16 meters. In the back, there's another one. I'm actually not sure if that's also coming in now or not. But at some point they're gonna have to close the locks, and then the water is gonna sink. So eventually it can exit that way.
That small yellow bar you see is where the people are walking, is where the dam closed. And surprisingly, in a short time, the boats have disappeared. Look at that. All these people were right in front of us, and the water has sunk so much. Sailing's boat entirely gone. Once the lock is done emptying, it will disappear. Gates will open, and they will leave. And just like that, the ship is gone. This goes on for about the entire day. There's a new ship, which you can see right here, already passing through again. It was perfect. It is the end here of my time in Miraflores. I will go back to the bus and to the metro and get some food, because I'm living off of hostel pancakes. And finally we have arrived at the meal. It unbelievably took 2 hours to get here back from the canal. There was a lot of traffic, the bus was late, and then the bus was full, so we got just some simple empanadas. It's really nice food here, practically all over Central America. I found a place that's called Rey de las Empanadas, and I got 3 of them, so let's check and see which one's best. With every empanada there came some garlic sauce, which I don't really like, so we're just gonna try it like this. They just came out of the heater, so it might be too much, but let's see. Number 1, carne molida. That's good. Nice juicy meat. It's kind of, I don't know if I can show this. There's some sauce inside. Really great. Let me say 7.5 out of 10. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this. Help, there's some crazy guy running around and he's asking everyone for money and attention. That was really great. Let's hope the second one's just as good. We now have salchi huevo, or sausage egg. I don't know if they put the egg in the sausage or if it's sausage and egg, but let's give it, it's a bit broken, but let's give it a go. That is nicely said. Not good. It's a bit dry, but no, this is I like the other one better. So far the carne molida was definitely way better than salchicha. I'll be honest, maybe it's just the empanada itself, because the filling is really nice. It is indeed egg in the sausage, but no, this doesn't top the carne molida. Maybe because the filling is good, I'll say 6 out of 10. I'm gonna finish this one. That was the salchi huevo. Unfortunately, it was not as good as the carne molida, but we have one more. We have papas con queso, which is potatoes with cheese. This one says very clear that it's potato and cheese, so let's see. That's good. I wouldn't say incredible. I still think that the carne molida was the best one, but it tastes really nice. It is 7.5. But carne molida wins. I'm gonna enjoy this 3rd empanada of today, and then I'll finish my meal, and that will be it. That was it. I finished my alright empanadas. It was more than enough. I'm really full now. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit of the Panama Canal. Stay tuned, because next time you see me, I will no longer be in Panama City, because tomorrow I'll be going to Valle de Anton. See you there.